Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Engineering Mathematics DJ Ganit. In this lecture we are going to discuss one more example on double integrals in polar coordinates. So we start with this example. Integrate fxy equal to log of x square plus y square divided by square root of x square plus y square over the region 1 less than or equal to x square plus y square less than or equal to e by changing to polar coordinates. So this region is nothing but region between two circles x square plus y square equal to 1 and x square plus y square equal to e, that we can rewrite as square root of e. So we have to integrate this function over the annular region, that is region between two circles with same center 0 0 and radius 1 and square root of e respectively. So first we have sketched these two circles in the xy plane. So this inner circle represents x square plus y square equal to 1 and the outer circle represents x square plus y square equal to e or square root of e. So this point is 1 0 because this is the circle of radius 1 and this point is order pair square root of e comma 0 because this is the circle of radius square root of e. Now to decide the limits of r, we consider a ray starting from origin and passing through the region of integration. So at this point this ray enters the region. So this point is on the circle x square plus y square equal to 1 and its polar form is r equal to 1. So lower limit for r is r equal to 1, and this is the point at which this ray leaves the region of integration. That point is on this circle and this circle has polar form r equal to square root of e. So ray leaves the region at r equal to square root of e. Now for limits of theta, suppose we start from this point. At this point theta is 0 and we will go in this anti-clockwise direction. So to cover the whole region we have to consider all these points. So we will complete the full circle and we will come back to this point. So after completing full circle theta becomes 2 pi. So limits of theta are from 0 to 2 pi and limits of r are from 1 to r equal to square root of e. So for limits of theta we require the smallest and largest values of theta that bound the region of integration. So the smallest value of theta is 0 and our region is whole circle, region between two circles. So we have to complete this whole circle. So after completing this circle theta is pi. So largest possible value of theta is pi. Therefore theta is from 0 to 2 pi. And we will consider the substitution x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta to convert this function into polar form. Here we have written the limits of integration. R is from 1 to r equal to square root of e. Theta is from 0 to 2 pi. This is the substitution which we will use to convert Cartesian integral into polar integral. So if x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, we replace dy dx by r dr d theta. So now we are able to convert this Cartesian integral into polar integral. Fxy is log of x square plus y square over square root of x square plus y square dy dx. So if x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, x square plus y square is r square. So this is log of r square and square root of x square plus y square is square root of r square, which is r. So this denominator is small r and dy dx is replaced by r dr d theta. So we can see r will cancel out, and using the property of logarithm we can rewrite log of r square as 2 log r. Now this 2 is independent of r, so we can take it outside, and we rewrite our integral in this way. First we integrate with respect to r, considering theta as constant. So for this we require the integral of logarithmic function, so that we can do using integration by parts. We write log r as a function of, as a product of two functions, log r itself and constant function 1. So we use that formula, integral of uv dx is u as it is, integral of v dx minus derivative of v, integral of v, and then integral of this product. So here u is considered as log r, 1 is considered as v. So log r as it is, integral of 1 is, integral of 1 with respect to r is r, minus derivative of u, that is derivative of log r, which is 1 by r, and integral of 1 with respect to r is r, and this product will be integrated with respect to r. So here r will cancel out, integral of dr is r. So we have integral of log r can be written as r times log r minus 1, that we have written here. So now we substitute upper limit and lower limits of r. First we put r equal to square root of e, then log of square root of e minus 1, minus r equal to 1 log 1 minus 1. So that we have substituted here, and we obtain this. Now this log of under root e can be rewritten as log of e raised to 1 by 2, and using the property of logarithmic function we can rewrite this as 1 by 2 log e. So this we have written as 1 by 2 log e. Here we put log 1 equal to 0, so we have minus 1. Now as we know log 1 is 1, so this is 1 by 2 minus 1, and this negative negative is positive. So this is minus 1 by 2 into square root of e plus 1 d theta, and we take this constant quantity outside the integral, it is independent of theta. So this we have rewritten as minus square root of e divided by 2 plus 1, then integral of 1 with respect to theta, which is theta, and limits of theta are from 0 to 2 pi. So we have 2 pi minus 0, which is multiplied with this. So this is the value of double integral over this annular region. So in this way we can easily find out the value of double integral by converting Cartesian into polar coordinates. If we wish to integrate this with respect to Cartesian coordinates, either with respect to x or with respect to y, then it is not easy to find out value of integral of this. So this is the reason why we are using polar coordinates for some type of problems. So far whatever problems we have discussed, we have used polar coordinates whenever we have this type of term in the given function or in the limits of given double integral. So this is all about this lecture. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.